UCA and Arkansas. It's college softball on ESPN. Welcome to Natalie Shock Stadium. Alongside ACC champion Dorian Kraft, I'm JB Brazil welcoming you to Conway. We're going to step aside. National anthem is being played. First pitch on the other side. Chopper left side, one hop. Young the throw, and they got her. That's a tough out. Johnson with speed, but Maddie Young flashing the leather.
A tough out that Maddie Young makes to expand the zone, so Crowder going to have to live near the plate here.
Kramer chops this to the first baseman. Caitlin Graham steps on the bag. Quickly, two gone. And the payoff to Bree Ellis. That one's drilled. Got under it a ton, though. Graham's got plenty of room, and Lucy Crowder, a 1-2-3 frame to begin. The Razorbacks come up empty in their first chance at the plate. UCA coming to bat.
In terms of toughest to strike out.
Yeah. Hits that one right back through the box. A leadoff single for Kylie Griffin, and she starts things off for the Bears.
Big offensive start for Central Arkansas. Familiar. It also gives you truer hops on those high choppers that we see out of the slappers.
Young hits that one off the end of the bat to the left side. Rijo is there. And that's the first out of the inning. Burnham settling in. You always like to get that as a pitcher. Get that out.
In motion early. They got 2 early runs. The Razorbacks defense just looked a little bit out of sorts.
Good pitch from Burnham. Paints the outer black, and Addie Graham strikes out looking.
That's a beautiful pitch there.
The Bear first baseman. 2-2. Ripped into right field. Griffin's going to head to third. The throw is late. A big swing by another freshman, Caitlin Graham, and there's runners at the corners.
This is such a big offensive moment, and Graham will be in motion.
That one extended just a little bit outside from Burnham, so now the bases are juiced for UCA, and Emma Robertson, the DP, stepping in.
A tough at bat there. Going to be a chase pitch, 100%.
Bases full of Bears. Burnham trying to work into and out of trouble. Robertson trying to deliver. Swing and a miss. Burnham with the strikeout. 3-2. Chopped to short. Young with a nice hop. Smooth throw to first. And the leadoff batter's gone in the second.
This left half of the defense, we just saw the defensive line.
26th in the country with a .333 team batting average. And Wyckoff hits that one sharply up the middle. Going to be a tough play from L.J. Smith, and Wyckoff beats it out for an infield single.
It's a right call to call that an in hitting behind her and protecting her.
That's a really good point there. That one's hit sharply up the middle. Young, the scoop, the stab at second, and the throw to first for the 6-3 double play to end the inning. Maddie Young, some good defense.
Central Arkansas doing it with the gloves. Young involved in all 3 outs here in the top of the second. Bears
capitalize. Big swing and a miss. Bottom falls out of that one. Burnham strikes out January on 3 pitches for out number 1.
And credit Burnham.
Speedy Wyckoff. 0-2. Line drive to left field, coming on and sliding in is Reagan Kramer. Hit sharply, but Kramer's deep, or some pitchers might have one that they lean on. She's kind of got a handful of options, but it helps when you get ahead. 1-2, swing and a miss. Peyton Burnham. A 1-2-3 inning, a couple of 6-2. Arkansas has the lead, but Dorian, you were a part of that very first game here back in 2021 on this very field. A nice leadoff play. Oh my goodness, it's close. Bang, bang at first. Rijo puts it in play and able to reach after the ball was kicked. Baseman. Davis in a .255 average, 3 long balls. Rips that one past the third baseman, Griffin, into left field. Back-to-back singles for Arkansas, and they're in business in the third. 2-1 hitters count to Kennedy Miller. Freshman All-American last year. Lays down a good bunt. Griffin only play will be at first, so the sacrifice hit for Miller does the job.
Hurt you in such a variety of ways. You have to make a split-second decision if she puts the ball in play.
She does put it in play. In no man's land, it's ruled a fair ball at the moment. If it stands, it's 1-0 Arkansas. They're going to confer between the umpiring crew here.
Oh, Maddie Young, there was no break from the left side of that. It's kicking up the sand around the plate. See, that to me looks like a fair ball all the way.
Yeah.
It's coming out. You see the spray. It doesn't appear to hit Johnson. It just misses that left arm as she's coming through the box. I think this call stands. I think it's an infield single and an RBI. That is a great ball by Reagan Johnson. It's on to make a play.
So they're going to call Reagan Johnson out. And
Moving forward, it's right there. It's just over top of the line when she comes and makes contact with the ball. It's that margin. She is just ready. It's a good look right there. You circle that left foot. She's angled out across the box.
That whole sequence. Thankful for Dorian to help figure it out. 3-2 chop right side. That'll do a job. LJ Smith, that was a lot closer at first. But a nice job from LJ Smith. Johnson does the job. And
something good to hit.
Yeah. Crowder gave up one run, trying to end it there. The comebacker, throw to first base, and Crowder works into a little bit of trouble, gives up one run. The Razorbacks lead it 1-0 after 2.5.
Arkansas, they had the 1-2 punch in Jordan Johnson and Caleb Beaver in the circle.
That's for two phenomenal names etched in Central Arkansas history. The bunt from Griffin, but a nice play from Ella McDowell over at third base. And the
just, players you can fall in love with.
Another glove by the third baseman, McDowell. She's a vacuum over there at third base. A smooth play on the left side of the infield. Heron is there. They've got some good options out of the pen also, but they're looking a little bit more consistency. Chopper to first. Ellis steps on the bag, and another 1-2-3 inning for Peyton Burnham. She's deep, but they're trying to find their footing now. They did win 2 of 3 against Bellarmine. Bree Ellis ropes that one fair and into the left field corner, and she's going to leg it out for a stand-up double.
That Arkansas has been able to do damage. That double there from Ellis, the hardest hit ball of the night for the Razorbacks.
And it was a well-placed pitch from Crowder, too. That one laced into center field, base knock. Graham's got an arm out there in center, throws it straight home, and that allows Ella McDowell.
Arkansas, again, 2 runners in scoring position.
That's the small ball part of it, too. Very high IQ. Wyckoff, first pitch, base hit, center field. Graham with a good arm, throws home. It gets away from the cutoff of Maddie Young. That allows Wyckoff to head to second. An RBI single, and Arkansas is up 2-0.
Wyckoff going hunting. First pitch, sat up a little too close to belt high. Wyckoff going right after it. I love the aggressive take. JB, you know as well as I do, hitting's contagious.
It absolutely is. That one is crushed to left field, down the line. Hood's going back up against the fence, makes a nice catch, but it's a deep sacrifice fly for Courtney Day. Production from the 6-hole hitter, and it's 3-0.
Courtney Day missed a 3-run homer by half a foot. This ball is absolutely drilled. Again, though, it's an elevated ball that's the difference, and Arkansas is taking those balls that are in the upper third of the zone.
Was too much, and pops this one up. Should end the inning. Maddie Young's going back, backpedaling on the backside. Just a second out of the inning. Pardon me. But Rijo's unable to bring home the run.
Got out a little bit in front, caused some pop-ups, some grounders on the infield.
Davison loops that left field. Hood dives but can't get there. It drops in for Davison. A 2-out double and another run scores.
It's such a tough play for Lily Hood out in left field. Did her best, was coming on full steam, just couldn't get enough of the edge of the glove underneath. Davison, this one's off the end of the bat. She was out in front. Just one of those tweener balls that's in the right place as a hitter that makes things tough on your defense. Thing she could have done is Griffin gloves it and throws it over to third, has turned the glove the other way, but the damage is done. Razorbacks plate 3 in the inning. They lead 4-0.
Strike 3 called. Caitlin Graham caught looking, and Burnham with some precision on the strikeout.
For Central Arkansas has been inside the circle as another swing and miss, as this time Burnham climbs the ladder. But when you take a look at Central Arkansas's pitching staff, and you're kind of seeing the when the Bears met them, of course, Central Arkansas was picked to perhaps be the sleeper coming out against Montana Fouts. That Tuscaloosa Regional is 3 straight strikeouts here in the fourth.
What a job from Burnham.
Getting the majority of your time against really solid SEC programs.
First pitch against Johnson, gonna have to be quick from LJ Smith, and a nice play at second to retire Johnson to begin the inning.
It's all about the transfer here for Smith. You can see she's in her momentum. She's already, as soon as she fields that ball, she's bringing it back to throw. Last year, they didn't have a defensive alignment that they loved, and again, a lot of that was due to Maddie Young not being available. But LJ Smith filling in nicely.
There's a bloop to left field. Hood, plenty of room this time, makes the catch. And how about Peyton Engelman? A nice
after Ellis, because she got walked a ton at Florida. Tim Walton would not throw to her in significant situations, and South Carolina was willing to walk her as well.
That one's drilled deep left, and it's gone for Bree Ellis. 21 on the year, and Ellis does it again.
That's the downside of deciding to throw to Bree Ellis. She is so strong. That ball was down in the zone, full extension, barreled it up. That was a no-doubter off of the bat. That wasn't a
unbelievable. The season that Bree Ellis is having is historic. Again, the way she's hitting the ball as McDowell drives this one to center field. Playable for Graham to end the inning, but Bree Ellis adds a...
in conference schedule. They go on the road at Texas A&M, who has the highest RPI in the country, and then round things out at home against LSU.
Wyckoff leads off the inning, a blister to right field, and she leads off the sixth with a base knocked to right.
It's been a good 2 counts, but
that's
2-1
right,
will take it.
You're a little more risky battling with 2 strikes. Courtney Day drives that one into center field. Graham backing up, now comes in, makes the snag. Day gives it a ride, but the ballpark holds it.
Sit it there in the middle. It's going to be a long day.
That's right. You got to avoid the barrels. That one's chopped right side. LJ Smith tried to glove and flip all in one motion, and it scoots out of the glove. That's like
the ball on the turf.
Yep. And that's what allowed base runner to reach. Davison, another hit, right field. They're going to pump the brakes for Wyckoff at third base. Davison, a 3-hit day also. She and Wyckoff are terrible. Engelman, another big pitch. Strike 3 called on Kennedy Miller. Engelman paints the inside corner.
That is such a big pitch.
That is a big pitch in a big portion of the game. Not out of the woods, though. Chopper against Johnson. Flips to the plate, and Peyton Engelman works out of trouble. Arkansas still leads it, though, 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
It's about striking first, and there's a lot to be said for that.
Griffin, base knock to right field. A wide turn at first base, but a leadoff single, her second of the day. That's UCA's first base runner since the first inning. Burnham had retired, but Burnham's trying to put her away. Another 0-2. That one's popped up on the infield. McDowell immediately calling everybody off behind the circle. She makes the catch for the first out.
As much as I loved...
Graham's going to have to protect Burnham. Ripped to second. What a play. Davison to second for 1, and they can't turn it. But what a snag at second from Carly Davison.
That got me up out of...
On ball, they've done that. But Arkansas's defense has been on display. Graham rips that left side. Reagan Kramer over to make the snag. We've played 6 full from Conway, Arkansas, up 5-0. On to the 2 schools played on this field, Ferris Field. Now at Natalie Schuck Stadium. Reagan Kramer rolls over that one to first base. It's the first out of the inning. But this has been so good for the... Already given up. A long ball to Ellis today has UCA, and she nibbles too far outside. And Bree Ellis, her 42nd free pass issued. This
big move forward for Central Arkansas versus what we saw when these 2 teams met in Fayetteville last month.
McDowell ropes that one to left field. Pull side swing through the 6-hole. And 2 aboard now for Arkansas. That softball looks like a balloon out there, or a beach ball. 1-2 to Wyckoff. Pop to left. Lily Hood comes in near the gap. Snatches that one for out number 2. Courtney Day rips that one left field. That one's one hop in the wall. It's going to clear the bases. They'll wave home McDowell. She'll score without a throw. One big swing from Courtney Day, and it's a two-run double.
Swings like that are what makes this Arkansas offense so dangerous. Day gets a ball middle in part of the plate. She clears the front side. That allows for solid barrel contact. She keeps it on the plane for a long time and then gets that nice, good extent. Little flail by Wyckoff earlier. But typically they're taking strong hacks.
Rio smokes that to center, but Addie Graham on her horse makes the catch and ends the frame, but not before Arkansas adds two on the double from Courtney Day. Comes in with the fifth-ranked best RPI. They're in, as you mentioned. A walk to Lily Hood, though. That's just the second free pass given up by Arkansas pitching. The Bears 84th in RPI, so you're right. Out, so smaller sample size for the righty. Robertson goes opposite field.
Oh,
what a
wow.
snag in right field. That was Ramsey Walker defensively in right field, and she takes extra bases away from Emma Robertson.
Oh, this is absolute robbery. Look at Walker stay on that ball all the way. She got a great first jump and a big smile out there. And
another 2-2 from Lexi King. Chop to the left side. Gonna have to be quick if you're McDowell. She's not gonna get there. Infield single for Maya January. And UCA got 2 on with 1 out.
it's a tough play for it.
Now was playing back just a little bit too. LJ Smith stands in, hits this to the left side. McDowell goes to second for 1, relay to first. Not in time. That would have ended this one tonight. 7-12-0 the line score. 0-4-2 for UCA. Vessier trying to protect. 2-2, popped up, shallow right. Ramsey Walker seals it for Arkansas, and they complete the 7-0 shutout on the road here in Conway. That will complete the season series between these two teams, and Arkansas wins both 7-0. The final, what a fun game it was, Dorian.
It certainly was. It always is anytime these two teams get together. But at the end of the day, Arkansas just too much in the circle and at the plate. A couple of really good offensive outings for the Razorbacks. But what impressed me the most today was the pitching of